Hello dear friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Learn Biology. Dear friends, in the last video we have started a new chapter, Organisms and Population. There we have learned the levels of organization, how the biotic and abiotic components of ecosystem they are arranged, that we have seen in the last video. In this video we will be learning in the ecosystem there are both biotic and abiotic components are present. How these biotic components and abiotic components they are interacting with each other, that we are going to learn in this video. That is studied under the heading Major Abiotic Components. Major abiotic components, or you can also call major abiotic factors, major abiotic components or major abiotic factors. In this ecosystem there are so many non-living components, they are impacting a lot to the living organisms, that we are going to study. The major abiotic components for your syllabus is temperature, second one is water, third one is soil, and the last one is light. All these are the abiotic factors present in the ecosystem that are playing a significant role in the life of living organisms. Let us begin our discussion with this temperature. Let us begin the discussion with temperature. Temperature is a very important ecological factor that will affect a lot to the living organisms. Temperature is the major abiotic ecological factor. If you carefully analyze the temperature of the earth is not constant. The temperature of the earth changes seasonally. The temperature of the earth changes when it comes to the geographical area. One geographical area has got a particular temperature, that means the other geographical area has got a different temperature. Consider the Himalayan geographical area. It has got quite a different temperature when it is compared with the desert temperature. So, temperature of earth is not constant. Earth temperature is not constant. It is not constant. It changes seasonally. It changes based on the geographical area also. That is why earth temperature is not constant. There are two main factors why the earth temperature is not constant. The first one is season. Seasonally the earth temperature changes, as well as geographical region. Due to these reasons, the earth temperature is not constant. When you go to the polar region, North Pole and South Pole of the earth, polar region has sub-zero temperature. Polar region has got sub-zero temperature, whereas the desert has got 50 plus, or we can write more than 50 degrees Celsius temperature. Hence the temperature of the earth is not constant. The living organisms they distributed on earth based on the temperature. We'll find completely different types of living organisms in the polar region, and we'll find completely different types of organisms in the deserts. Completely different plants in the desert, completely different plants in the polar region. This distribution of the living organisms on the earth is completely based on the temperature. Now, after understanding this, the living organisms are distributed based on the temperature. Living organisms on earth distributed based on the temperature. This point to be remembered. The living organisms get distributed based on the temperature. Now, all the living organisms, they show metabolic activities. We know that. Metabolism or metabolic activity is the very important characteristic feature of the living organisms by which we can differentiate between the living and non-living. Non-living things, they do not show metabolism, and the living organisms, they show the metabolism. What is metabolism? The total sum of chemical reactions in the living system is considered to be the metabolism. So, living organisms show metabolism, and these metabolism or metabolic activities, they are dependent on either on temperature or either on enzymes or on the hormones. Metabolism means the chemical reactions in the living system. These chemical reactions are completely dependent on either enzymes or hormones. Metabolic activities are enzyme or hormone governed. Enzyme or hormone governed, that means enzymes and hormones, they are controlling, they are regulating, they are initiating, they are proceeding the metabolic activities in the living organisms. These enzymes and hormones, they are very sensitive to the temperature. If the temperature is suddenly increased, enzymes and hormones will not work under maximum temperature. If the temperature is suddenly reduced, the enzymes and hormones, again they will not work properly. For the activity of enzymes and hormones, optimum temperature is required. Minimum is also the problematic, maximum is also the problematic. The exact temperature that is required for the enzymatic and hormonal activity, it is the optimum temperature, my dear friends. So, enzymes and hormones are dependent on temperature. If there is no metabolic activity in the living system, that living system is considered to be dead. That living system is considered to be dead, because metabolism is the vital characteristic feature of the living organisms. Enzymes, hormones, they are completely dependent on temperature. Enzymatic or hormonal activity begins at minimum temperature. Enzyme activity, hormone activity, that means enzymes and hormones, they start their activity at minimum temperature. At minimum temperature. Whereas enzymes and hormones activity increases. That means the activity of enzymes and hormones reaches its peak level at optimum temperature. optimum temperature. Whereas enzymes and hormones activity decreases or fall down at maximum temperature. These 3 points are clearly indicating that the enzymes are temperature dependent. Hormones are temperature dependent. They work based on the temperature. If the temperature is maximum, then also they will not work. If the temperature is minimum, the activity is very low. If the temperature is optimum, then the activity is at its peak level. The activity get increased at the optimum temperature. And all the living organisms, they show the metabolism. All means even the microorganisms, animals, plants, birds, reptiles, mammals, all the living organisms which are there in the ecosystem, they are showing the metabolism, and the metabolism is governed by enzymes and the hormones. Enzymes and hormones are completely dependent on the temperature. There are some living organisms that can tolerate the wide range of temperature. That means they can survive anywhere at any temperature. The animals which can survive, or the animals which can tolerate the wide range of temperature, they are called as eurythermal organisms. Whereas there are certain living organisms in the ecosystem, they can tolerate the narrow range of temperature. They are called as stenothermal organisms. What are eurythermal organisms? The organisms that can tolerate wide range of temperature. Whereas stenothermal organisms means the organisms that can tolerate narrow range of temperature. Based on the tolerance of temperature, the scientist has classified the living organisms into 2 different types: eurythermal organisms and stenothermal organisms. Eurythermal organisms means they can tolerate the wide range of temperature, whereas stenothermal organisms, they can tolerate the narrow range of temperature. This is the classification of the living organisms based on the temperature. Now, let us understand how plants and animals, they are dependent on temperature. Are we dependent on temperature? Plants are dependent on temperature. Microbes are dependent on temperature. Yes, my dear friends. Animals are completely dependent on the temperature for their reproduction, because the gamete formation in the male takes place at a particular temperature. The gametogenesis requires a proper temperature. That is why the reproductive ability, the reproductive capacity of any living organism is decided by the temperature of the surrounding. The animals are also dependent on temperature for their morphology. If you observe the polar bear and grizzly bear, polar bear is present in the polar regions, grizzly bears are present in the forests. The size of the polar bear is huge, whereas the size of the grizzly bear is very small as it compared with the polar bear. The size varies. Ultimately, both are bears. Size varies. This morphological difference is completely dependent on the temperature. Polar bear is white in color. It has got a white fur, whereas grizzly bear has got a dark brown fur. This morphological difference between the 2 different species of the same taxonomical category is only due to the temperature. That means reproduction is dependent on temperature, morphology of the living organism, morphology of the animal is dependent on the temperature, and the activities are also dependent on the temperature. There are so many animals which do not want to come out at a high temperature. They will come out at night when the temperature is reduced. Such organisms are called as nocturnal organisms or nocturnal animals. The animals which show their more activity at night. Why they show more activity at night? To avoid their body from extreme temperature. They will not be active in the daytime due to the temperature. They will get active at night. Such organisms are called as nocturnal organisms. Even the physiology of the animal is dependent on the temperature, my dear friends. Physiology, digestion, respiration, blood circulation, they are all physiological processes in any living organism. These physiological processes, they are completely controlled by the temperatures. When it comes to the plants, plants are also the living organisms. Plants, they show so many metabolic activities and they are completely governed by the temperatures. Plants show transpiration at a high temperature. That means the rate of transpiration is dependent on temperature. What is transpiration? Loss of water. Loss of excessive water in the form of water vapors is called as transpiration. That transpiration in the plants is dependent on temperature. Mineral absorption at root level, it is also dependent on temperature. Flowering of the plant. If the plant want to produce a flower, which is a reproductive structure, that flowering in the plant is also dependent on temperature. Imagine if the plant do not produce the flower, how to reproduce then? So flowering is also dependent on the temperature. Fruit setting is also dependent on temperature. Fruit ripening is also dependent on temperature. Seed germination in the plants, they are also dependent on temperature. So temperature is a very important ecological factor that affects the day-to-day life of living organisms. In our next video, we are going to understand how the water is playing a significant role in the life of living organisms. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.